Let's see. All right, looks like we are live. Let me make sure video's coming through. Oh, there it is. Finally. Dude, what a kick in the nuts that right after I say I never have issues with
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, so
That's
we're live.
well,
Um E3. E3's here.
three. Yeah. Hi.
My name's Jeremy, cheap old gamer, and I have Michael Farrell from Pissed Off Players, and we are here to talk about what happened yesterday, day zero or day -1 at E3, since I guess show floor doesn't open until tomorrow,
It was
and
-1.
yeah, -1, and then today's day zero with all the major press conferences. Mike, take it away. What were your impressions day one?
Praise back.
I'm really excited about Prey.
But if we could be completely honest here, I think you could have literally, they could have showed any trailer for like that game could have been anything.
Yeah,
And then as long as they slap that Prey name on it, that's what makes it good, right?
I don't
Like
even. I hated the first Prey. Like I think you
I
knew
didn't
that.
mind it. Like it felt very Quake in
It
a way.
was a hallway of buttholes. It
I
was
really
buttholes
loved
pooping
the
aliens.
the Art Bell coast to coast throughout the game. Like you would randomly hear radio transmission of
Yeah.
Art Bell doing coast to coast, and people called in talking about it. I mean, there's some cool things about the original Prey, but yeah, like this the guy don't look Indian, you know.
I think they completely dropped like the Prey that we're looking at looks like a full on reboot,
You remember the
nothing to do with the
last Prey
first one.
trailer though? Like this looks completely different from that. Even like you were supposed to be a bounty hunter.
That one looked promising, but
Yeah, I
you
don't.
know, who was making that? Human Head?
No, it's still Bethesda.
Yeah, yeah, but Human Head was
I think Prey was
developing.
Human Head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you heard so many things like, oh, we passed it to so and so, passed it to. And then I mean, it's just weird that they went as far to like let everybody know that it was dead, canceled, only to bring it back.
I mean, it's a completely different beast now.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that
So
it.
why even call it Prey though? That's my only one thing. Like I get it. Like now you could still say, oh, they still did it, Prey, but
I mean,
uh,
I guess it's kind of a cool name depending on the like. It looks like completely different concepts than they even
oh,
had in the first game.
it should look great.
It looked good. It looked really good. Pre E3 thing that I haven't talked with you about yet, but this announcement came out I think like Friday or Saturday. New Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, but I mean, I found out about that game 2 years ago. Yeah.
No, isn't this different than the one from 2 years ago?
Focus Interactive, same company that makes Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, it is.
Frogwares is actually the company that makes these games. Focus Interactive is the publisher. But yeah,
Those Sherlock games are legit.
this is the first thing they've shown other than concept art in 2 years since announcing this game. But yeah, it does look good. It looks good. I'm really yeah, as a HP Lovecraft guy, I really am excited for anything with the Call of Cthulhu brand. I really wonder if any game we will actually ever get to see Cthulhu. If somebody will, take the time to animate that motherfucker and we
I mean,
get
there's
like
Cthulhu
past,
Saves the World.
yeah, well, fuck you. It's not the same.
Of course, it's not.
But yeah, that looks great. I mean, a couple other things, I guess, before E3, we got Injustice 2.
I'm tentatively excited about that.
I love the first one, so that it looks great.
I didn't play the first one. I have it, but I didn't play it. I just like I
That,
haven't played Mortal Kombat 10 or 11, and I have
that's
both of those.
Well, you mean XL? It's just 10.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
The reboot, which was
Right, right, right.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, they showed some cool characters in Injustice. Looked like we got like a Black Mana, which was neat. They showed him for a quick second. Gorilla Grodd. What's interesting though is they showed this like that armor system.
yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, it looks cool.
It looks.
I really wonder how that's going to interplay into if it has something to do with the multiplayer or what. But
I don't see how it fits into that universe. Like the thing I like about the first one because while I haven't played the game, I have read the comics
yeah.
around it. Like I'm almost like they're ending year 5, which is
Oh, really?
yeah, that may be ending like within the next month or
Yeah, I've
so.
heard that comic series is actually fantastic.
It is amazing, and the one that's ending this year is the lead up to the first game. So,
Uh,
they explain everything how the first game made sense, how Batman's able to go toe to toe with like the likes of Superman
oh yeah.
over the course of that comic.
Whoa, it glitched out. Kryptonite rings. Yeah, but that looked good. Actually, a little known E3 gameplay reveal came out yesterday. That was the Friday the 13th, the game, and
Is that the multiplayer
yeah, the one.
asymmetrical?
Yeah.
They showed that last year, right?
No, no, this is a fully like kickstarted game. Actually, this game had a release date for the end of last year, and then nothing ever heard about it. And then all of a sudden, these developers were like, "Yo, we're trying to make this game," and blah blah blah. Which is ironic because at the same time, Tom Savini is involved with a game called Summer Camp, and which is basically the same exact thing, which is it's very interesting. But yeah, actually, I had a Kickstarter video for this Friday the 13th game, and Adam Sessler, sorry, was all over. Hey, you guys should really fund this game. This is a great idea. And so they really revealed the first gameplay video of it yesterday, and it looked really, really fucking good. My first thoughts of this game were like, one like it'll be Evolve, basically.
That's what it looked like. If this is the game
Right.
that I think it was, because I know that there was like 2 or 3 games in the last year and a half that have all had that very similar Evolve concept.
Yeah.
And I think that the one that I'm thinking of was either the Friday the 13th one or the one that was basically Friday the 13th without having the license, where they made it like, one player was a psycho killer with certain abilities
Right. I
versus
think it's Summer
humans.
Camp or whatever the fuck I was thinking. Is
Yeah.
what it's called. Yeah. So, yeah, actually, they showed it yesterday. The graphics alone look pretty nice. It's still an early alpha, so it looked janky, but they just wanted to show something. They basically looked like they wanted to show people that this game isn't as bad as you probably are going to think it's going to be. And yeah, there's just some nice moments of like, you see one of the, it's almost Left 4 Dead-ish in a way with these like with the campers, like the jockey guy or the sports guy or whatever.
Yeah. The
And
different
preppy
various
girl.
tropes.
Yeah. So they show you a scene of the preppy guy like running into a cabin as and you're him. It's all third person and like running and like hiding under like I guess Jason hates noise, so you run over, turn on this radio, and then run and jump and like hide under this bed. So you literally have this like little just like corner like side view of you under this bed just looking, and then all of a sudden it's just a really neat atmosphere of like you looking at this door and windows, and all of a sudden you're just like, all right, maybe I'm good. All of a sudden, just Jason's just,
Just
you're
there.
just, shit, and then he just kicks down the door and just looking around, and you're just kind of freaking out. I think that it seemed pretty neat, honestly.
Hopefully we'll get more information on that once the floor opens and some people get hands on with it.
Yeah,
Like stated, we're definitely armchair cubing this whole E3. Couldn't get press passes, but here let's
they're ridiculously restrictive now. 'Cause,
yeah, they either get too open or then they get super.
Well, they want you to have like a pay stub now from your own company.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I mean, yeah, who's gonna go through that? But
Oh, here let's go ahead do a quick wrap up. We are running. It's 12:06 right now, and the Microsoft press conference is set to start in like 24 minutes. So let's try.
wait. Let's touch on some hot topics real quick. Let's touch on new Quake Champions PC only.
I cheered.
Looks pretty cool. They hit a new Wolfenstein
Yes.
Easter egg in that too.
The new
which-
Colossus.
New Colossus, that should be cool. Titanfall 2.
It looks legit.
Single player campaign looks fucking incredible.
Dude, the AI, I thought the mech sounded kind of like Optimus Prime.
He did exactly sound like Optimus
Yeah.
Prime.
Elisa, my fiance, was sitting there with me while I was watching it, and of course, like, I'm shooting my arms up in the air. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that looks so stupid in the best way possible. And she's like, that looks so dumb. And I'm like, yes, you get it.
I think it's really neat.
Dumb.
Like just one tiny thing they did that I think was awesome is you will get to Titanfall like this time. Like
fall
you had
to
always
Earth in your
called out the
Titan.
Titans in the last game, and they just fucking drop in. But like the feeling at the end of that trailer where you're like in the Titan dropping onto this planet is a really I think it's a great thing.
I think that will probably be only in the single player campaign, but
That's fine.
yeah, I'm
I don't know. I
excited.
feel like a few maps like might be maybe both teams all just drop out at the same time and.
I hope that
This
they
is so
do something to make this game have legs because I think the first one still played decently on the Xbox.
It did look like they had listened to people.
Yeah, because
Like,
drop off on the PC was horrible.
yeah, that game was not good. I mean, that game was fun.
Yeah, I
Just
enjoyed
a
the
lot of
bits that I played.
variety. They didn't have many weapons. The Titans itself weren't very varied at all. They but like you saw this one like the new one of them had a sword or something, and like
Dude, like one of the Titans looked like it was kung fuing the other
yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah, yeah, I saw that too, which is cool. Like, and now they kind of give them sentience, it seems. So, which
I'm
is
I'm excited for at least the campaign, at the very least.
yeah,
That
yeah,
that should be fun.
yeah.
Um, EA didn't really have shit else to say.
EA just showed a bunch of sports, and one of the
Sports.
worst. I have to talk about the worst things I've ever seen in a press conference when they interviewed that poor man with a
Oh, when
with
they were promoting hashtag esports.
this guy, this Madden challenger who comes out, and they have this whole like video thing about him playing this other guy, and then
Oh, you talking about the guy whose arm was in a sling?
yeah.
Oh, I went and got a drink and used the restroom during
Oh,
that part.
it's great. It was great. They go up to him like, oh, looks like you had a little problem here, bud. Like, what happened to you? And he's like, uh, I was racing my friend and I forgot to tie my shoes. Like, kidding me?
Hashtag esports alive and well at EA.
Yeah.
You know,
So
it's
with that,
dangerous competition.
yeah, we got like 20 minutes, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, EA, just quick rundown. They showed off a bunch of nothing for Mass
Oh,
Effect.
P.S. Dishonored 2 still looks amazing.
Dishonored 2, it looked like there was still a level of jank that needs to be worked out
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
the
for sure.
gameplay videos, but it looks good. It looks promising. I didn't play the first one that much. I got halfway through the first stage and then never went back to it.
Yeah. It's a
Um,
game. I strongly suggest going back to that game.
I checked. I don't have it in my library. I'll probably pick it up on the next Steam sale or GOG
I
sale.
do, so I can get you share.
I mean, I think I have one of my. I think I have Christian's copy on 360,
Oh, okay.
but my
Worth-
360 is a dedicated DVD player.
Right. It's
Um,
just paperweight.
yeah. Other stuff from. I'm just trying to run through so we can get to predictions. EA showed off Star Wars. They're like, yes, we have the Star Wars license.
Oh yeah, well that was a load of fucking shit to
We
me.
have Amy Hennig working on a game. It's gonna be great. Do you
Yeah,
want
we were-
details on it? Bye.
Knew that a year and a half ago. Like, this is all you have to show is a guy walking out of a building. Like, come on.
Too much time spent on the Old Republic, just like Bethesda spent way too much time on the Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
Makes me think that they have to be making some sort of a profit off those ventures for them to spend that much time. Oh, Bethesda decided that it would be a good idea to talk about their fucking card game. Everybody who cared, raise your hand.
Yeah, really. Oh, their Hearthstone ripoff.
Yeah.
Even the UI is Hearthstone.
I saw it and I
give
said,
them-
that looks like Hearthstone. I'm getting a
Yeah.
drink.
I would rather play Gwent. So,
Yeah. The crazy thing about the EA one was more or less boring. Bethesda one, I described it last night on Twitter as a cock tease
yeah.
because
I mean,
it was just
they had no bombshell either.
who, Bethesda or EA?
Aside from usually it's like and I think we have one more video to show you guys.
They
And then,
started
like,
with that though.
yeah, exactly. They started. I felt like that was
Like they started with the showstopper, and then they went to boring bullshit, and then they showed off New Prey, which I thought looked really.
oh, it looks incredible.
It looks incredible. We'll see how it actually is.
The graphics alone of the main character looking.
I want to actually see it in action because this generation has been a lie for graphics. Like even PC doesn't look as good as some of this. Which I downloaded the Doom demo they made available yesterday.
I have. It's a great game.
First off, it's amazing. It runs amazing on my system. I was averaging like 58 frames per second, which I'm okay with everything set to ultra. And
Violence even
what was that?
even ultra violence.
I'm talking about the gameplay settings, not the or the graphic settings, not the gameplay settings. Yeah, no, that game's beautiful.
That's a fun game.
I
Don't
have to
sit
buy it.
still.
I just beat Wolfenstein. Doom came out and I said I want to play Doom. I should beat Wolfenstein. The old,
Yeah, I saw
not the
you
old
play
blood,
that.
New
That's a
Order.
great game.
It was amazing.
New Order. Yeah.
Oh, phenomenal. So, speaking of which, they've done Wolfenstein, they've done Doom, and now they're doing Quake. I think that they can do Quake justice.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, most people said that the new Doom is Quake with Doom levels. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I've
it's
heard.
just hilarious that was the feedback, and they already had Quake waiting in the wings. But
It kind of makes me wish that Quake had just been part of Doom multiplayer almost,
yeah, honestly,
because Doom multiplayer is bullshit.
it sucks. It's
Yeah.
not, good, but yeah.
No talk of Battle. Wait, was it Battleborn? Battlecry? Their MOBA type shooter.
That's Gearbox.
No. One of them's Gearbox, and then Bethesda had one. Battleborn is Gearbox. Battlecry was Bethesda. Let me just double check. Yeah, Battlecry,
Huh.
which they showed last year. They've been talking about for 2 years now, and they apparently had a closed beta, and then just dropped. No
Well,
more
that
conversation on
means,
it.
yeah, you know what that means. Overwatch. That's what happened.
Yeah, which Overwatch is really fucking fun. Are you playing Overwatch?
Oh yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
playing on the Xbox?
hmm
Oh, you suck. You should
I
have gotten it
know.
on
I know. I'm
PC.
playing on something I can run.
Your PC should be able to run it. Like I get like 90 frames per second in that game,
Yeah.
and my rig's not that much more powerful than you, and that's maxed.
You main bastard or McCree, I'm hanging it up.
I hate McCree. I'm really bad at McCree. I play the support characters because nobody else does.
The what? Oh, sports. Yeah.
Yeah.
My Wiley, actually one of my best friends, he only plays Zenyatta. That is it.
I'm really bad at Zenyatta. I have gotten really good at Lucio, and I like Pharah.
Yeah, she's good too. No, look at this. Our E3 talkcasters in Overwatch, as it should.
Yes, but there's only 15 minutes left. So, anything else big from the two conferences from yesterday?
No, that's the problem. No, nothing. Nothing.
I mean, they Bethesda gave some good stuff sprinkled with bullshit.
They had some stuff, with some snap map bullshit here and there.
VR support coming for Doom and Fallout.
I would love to play Doom in fucking VR. That is awesome.
I can't imagine what settings I would have to drop my system to get it to run right in VR.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean I don't have a VR headset yet. I've done a couple benchmarks and I can run it pretty okay. I got a 12 core 24 thread system, so CPU cycles I am not lacking.
Mm-hmm.
But like even with a overclocked R9 390, it's just like I see my utilization on everything whenever I run one of the things. If I try to run it at high res, just goes to shit.
Oh, okay.
Just goes to shit. And it's crazy because I can run a lot of games. Like I use the virtual resolution to run games at 4K, and I
Right.
still usually, I might have to drop a couple settings. But like Smite, I can still get like 50, 60 frames per second. Overwatch, I can still average 60. And as soon as I start doing VR stuff, it just
Wow.
yeah. So
Yeah,
next,
I was really considering getting a VR ready system. So
well, next year I'm doing a full rebuild. Hopefully the new AMD. Which let's go ahead and transition to shit today. We'll save Microsoft for last because that's the one that's closest.
Okay.
But AMD has hinted a lot that they are going to announce some shit at the PC showcase.
yeah, which hopefully will be better than last year's. So
Last year's was kind of like, it felt like they were setting up to see if anybody was interested, and then
Right.
people were interested and then horribly disappointed, which means now's the year that they have to put up or shut up.
yeah.
But AMD has a new CPU platform coming out later this year. AMD just launched a new line of GPUs. I am hopeful that at the PC showcase they drop some big news, whether it be, the successor to their mid and top tier cards since they introduced their low end. I don't think AMD is going to talk about Diablo. That or they show off their new CPU architecture because it's really annoying having to choose between Intel and Intel for
Yeah.
high-end processing at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I like how the line is always split down the middle. Excuse me. With AMD and Intel.
Like
People are like, it's like a Starbelly Sneak situation.
well, like I love AMD and I want AMD to succeed, but for I'm using a very old Intel chipset, Intel processors. This is second gen I series more or less, and it's still better performance than anything I can get on AMD right now for the use case that I need. And this is a 7-year-old chip.
I believe right now, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, let's hope they put. I mean, they said they have retuned their showcase this year, so maybe it'll be an actual fucking thing this year. I don't know.
Hope beyond all hope. Do you have any hopes for the PlayStation event? Now they've announced.
No. You know what? You go into PlayStation and they always just come out with some shit you never would have thought they'd say. They honestly, they always bring it home. As much as I don't like to admit, and as much as I'm not a big Sony guy, they always have one thing that I'm like, shit. I mean,
Robo Dinos last year looked awesome. Whatever the hell that game
2
was.
years ago was, I think, the Grim Fandango remastered. That just blew my mind,
Are you disappointed at all that they're not going to be showing off their new hardware?
No, but at least that I know it exists makes
Yeah.
me like at least be able to like know that I can wait.
And
Um,
they just
I believe
prior
in
to
we will
E3.
be seeing the new slim model Xbox
Yeah.
though. Um,
But just as a follow up for anybody, as of Friday of last week, Sony came out. Well, one of the top execs said we are not showing off the new PlayStation. They confirmed that it exists, but said that it's not going to be shown at E3. So I'm guessing either Gamescom or TGS. They may,
I think everything's happening at TGS this year.
yeah, which is
Just
weird. It's been
Nintendo,
years.
yeah, it's weird because usually they show like a Final Fantasy game or something.
Yeah.
Um,
So we have that to look forward to later in the year. Do you
I
think they're going to
definitely
do a
think
lot of VR?
well, Microsoft's gonna put it out now. They're gonna talk about it today. They
I
want to market, I think, quicker.
I don't think that they're going to beat Sony to market. Not from stuff that I've heard chit chat. It looks like
No?
Sony's a lot closer to an actual product. From since they're all built on AMD chips, it looks like Microsoft is waiting for the successor to what's being announced, what was just
Yeah,
announced in the last month, whereas Sony's using the stuff that was just announced.
right.
So it looks like, and it makes sense because Microsoft and AMD, or ATI back in the day for the 360, they were using graphics chips that hadn't even been released yet. They got an early hands-on the HD, I think it was the HD either 1000 or 2000 series,
Right.
before that had even hit the PC market. So I would not be surprised to see Microsoft leveraging that, like going on 12-year partnership with them to get those chips early, whereas last generation, Sony was using NVIDIA for their graphics.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So Microsoft definitely has a better in on that hardware-wise. And yeah, rumor has it they are going to announce not just their Slim, but also their successor, the
Yeah.
Scorpio,
The
today.
Scorpio. Great.
Do you have any expectations on Ubisoft?
I really want South Park.
I really hope that they show South Park as well.
I
Any
haven't heard
expectations on
anything
Watch
about.
Dogs?
I don't give a shit.
I didn't even play the first one.
I didn't either. I don't care.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
I
I
don't.
hope I hope they have an announcement for date for what's it called, Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, fractured butthole.
That
Yeah.
looks fun as shit. The last South Park game was amazing.
Apparently, some sort of fiscal report came out that said that it looks like they were scheduling that for either the end of this year or beginning of next year. So
I mean, with the financial situation at Ubisoft currently, I'm sure you know Vivendi's trying to do a hostile
yeah,
takeover.
yeah.
They are doing everything they can to keep their stock price as high as possible to prevent a buyout.
Right.
Vivendi wants back in the gaming company or gaming business, I guess.
Yeah. Now.
So I think it's been confirmed that there's no Assassin's Creed this year.
Thank God.
I haven't played any Assassin's Creed since 2.
Syndicate was really good.
Okay. That's I heard that it was good, but like Unity apparently was such a fucking letdown.
Oh, it was horrible. Yeah. No, Syndicate's a great game.
Any hope? Do you think? Okay, I'm saying this now. I bet you $5. I bet you a burger at the new Goody Goody when it opens up that they spend way too much time on the Division
Oh, of course they
at
will.
this press conference.
Yeah, that's like their destiny. So they have to.
Except for the fact that there's been a 90% drop off on Steam on players since it launched.
Wow.
Yeah, report came out yesterday.
I played the beta and I didn't like it, but I'm not everybody else. I think it's not good. So
I played the beta and I literally, I don't know if you saw the video that I made of it. It was just me spending 2 hours closing all the cars in the city.
yeah,
And that's all I did. All the car doors were closed. I do hope they have an announcement on the new Ghost Recon game.
oh yeah, Wasteland, that should be good.
Yeah, with all the cocaine blood transitions from last year.
Yeah.
You think that they're going to try and get into hashtag esports like I bet you Microsoft will?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Hold on one second. I'm so sorry. Um, yeah. Other than that, I honestly have no idea what. I think maybe we'll see some ukulele.
Who's publishing that?
Isn't that the people that used to do?
I know that they're developing it, but
Banjo?
did they
Yeah.
get picked up by a publisher?
I have no idea.
I
haven't followed that game very well.
I'm willing to bet that if it ends up on a showcase, I bet you it'll end up on the Sony showcase
Yeah, you're probably right.
because Sony has been courting
Hopefully,
indies.
we get a goddamn release date for Cuphead.
hopefully, not only Cuphead, but hopefully we get the real release date for fucking Starship flying game,
Star Citizen.
No Man's Sky.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited for No Man's Sky. You're crazy.
I was too, but I don't know. I think that game is just it's got so much mystique and hype to it. Like it'll be either really cool or.
I plan on this game, that game. I'm gonna play that game as Space Genocider. Whenever I make it to a new planet, I'm gonna locate and tag everything with a dick name, and anytime I reach a species that's already been tagged, I will make it extinct. Nobody else will be able to experience it.
Dick names and extinction. That's Jeremy.
Space Genocider. That's what that game is for me, and I'm excited for it.
Well, with that, I need to go get my stream set up.
Wait. We got to talk about the Microsoft. What big things do you expect from Microsoft?
I don't know, man. Sunset Overdrive 2.
I'm saying it now. I bet you that
Halo.
Microsoft announces integration with PC on almost all their shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I bet you that with the exception of maybe Gears.
Yeah, and I think at this point they'll say that they will announce that, but it'll strictly depend on developer cooperation.
I bet you all their first party games
what,
are.
Quantum Break?
Well, did you play Forza Apex?
No.
It ran surprisingly well on PC.
Oh, really?
It was not bad, except for the fact that it didn't apparently have a controller, or not controller. It had a controller support. It doesn't have wheel support, which sucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But so we are getting down to the last few minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty, man. I gotta go.
Okay. So we will be back later tonight to do a wrap up of the day. Michael, are you going to be live streaming or tweeting?
I'll tweet. I'll be tweeting.
Okay. Give your Twitter name.
I don't know what it is. Popcast, I think. You can check me out on the Pit Soft Players Twitter.
Well, I will be live tweeting Dark Proteus 66, Cheap Old Gamer on YouTube and Twitch, and Dark Proteus 66 everywhere else. We will see you tonight with a wrap up of the day's events. Take care.
Bye. Oh, that was terrible. Bye.